All right, let's talk about. Oh, let me bring my brother back up. He's there, right there. Let's talk about OBO. OBO. So OBO. Let me put a very nice picture of him on the screen first of all. OBO, OBO, OBO. Yesterday, on fait parler OBO pa. Over the past few days, as a matter of fact, But I'm very happy for them. I'm happy for how things turned out. And I'm happy for all the Gbasgbos too. And those people that had headache for somebody else's wedding too. That's fine too. Their public figure is understandable. But anyway, if you're wondering, Davido is damn near, if not 001, number one Afrobeat artist in the world today. At least in the last few days because of the wedding. But he's at least top 3. So we have the Burna Boy, we have Davido, we have Wizkid. We also have this third person right now. Ashake is pretty big now. Tiwa Savage is, she's just a top lady. But we have the Thames, we have Era Star, we have, what's this other third boy? The one that was smoking on the red carpet the other day. Rema. Rema is big. All right. So Davido is one of the top. He's just not the new cat. So he got married over the past few days. But then today I wanted, he shared like a 2 secret reasons to why he chose Chioma over the baby mamas. I know this is a topic dear to your heart, Uncle Beno, right? Because this woman is a wife, obviously. And what do you think his 2 reasons are before I reveal them, according to him? Did you see it on social media by any chance? It's okay if you saw it, I'll reveal it. Oh, you didn't see it. Do you want to guess what his 2 reasons are?
I have no idea what it is.
You have no idea. Let me just play it for you. It's better that he says it himself. All right.
It's just a symbol of
you go cook, Abi, you know go cook.
Woman should be.
Sabi cook.
Not just that.
Sabi do.
A typical woman.
What you know we do?
So hand together for that.
What you know we do?
Did you catch it?
I got it.
Let me play it again. Okay. Ladies, it's okay. We'll talk about it. It's okay. We'll talk about it. But this is Davido's,
It's just a symbol of
You go cook, Abi, you know go cook.
woman should be.
Sabi cook.
Not just
Sabi
that.
cook. Sabi do.
Woman.
What you know we do?
So hand together for that.
What you know we do?
It's just a symbol.
He said, wait till you know if you do. Anyway, I thought okay, that's cute. But let me ask you, Uncle Beno, is that all it takes? You sabi cook, you have to know how to cook and do the do.
For Davido to choose her.
No, forget the video. For all, just us in general, is that all it takes for somebody to become a wife?
No,
The perfect wife?
No, but mostly those 2 are like 2 main.
They're up there.
Yeah, but it takes more than that before you say this is who I want to marry. But everybody get their own preference. You see that food is key, and it's part of where we are having Gbasgbos these days. A lot
For a
of
Nigerian man.
cook. Yes, so when it comes to Nigerian man, a lot of women, mostly Nigerian women know how to cook, but I don't know what happened somewhere along the line. Maybe they become lazy because we are now in a Western world. Some of them, I just don't know. But my thing is, if you can't cook, you can't cook homemade food, homemade traditional African food. Until you go get issue with your husband though. If your husband are the type way like homemade food. But if you marry a man who like to go to the restaurant, who don't mind where you ordered out, you'll be fine. But for a person like me, if you know Sabi cook, I'm a jao. We not going to work. That will marry me. In fact, if you say make I choose between make woman Sabi cook and Kiriwa, I go choose food before Kiriwa.
Chiye picked something up. I'm so glad she picked it up.
I see Sesmo say careful with that lazy word, Uncle Ben.
I know, right? The lazy word. In this time, we gotta be careful with that in this time and age, because obviously you have women are working, if not more than their husbands sometimes, because how much they work will be dependent on what kind of job they found. If you have a nurse as a wife and you're not a nurse, there's an extremely good chance she works harder than you. You know, but this is a good point that Chinye put here. Waiting you know fit do means it automatically means there are other things beyond doing the do. Right? Because he said, you sabi cook, sabi do the do. And that's a waiting you know fit do.
He knows her better than anybody.
Yes. That's almost like saying this is a Proverb 31 woman. That's almost like saying that. So I just want us to be careful. Sounds like it's two things. It's not two things. And thank God that Okubedo also said that in the beginning. But no, it cannot be just that two things, right?
No, it can't be.
There's an overall, obviously, vibe that a man needs to feel from a woman. We talked about that. Lento, when we were talking about finding a wife about 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So if you want to go review that.
MOP.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Thank God I'm doing a series on this Davido, Chioma, and Sophia love triangle now, and I'm just kind of getting more and more into what makes them unique. You see, there are things that ordinary people can't see. There are things that goes on between Chioma and Davido that only those in the inner circle can get. And for me, a couple of things I saw about them that gladdens my heart is how these two play. You see the way they play in public. You can tell that these are friends.
They are friends.
This is not just something they come up with because they are in public space. This is like what they literally do at their own free time in their houses.
They're not pretending.
It's not pretending, you know. And another thing you should notice, Davido is so super free around Chioma.
Yeah.
He's so free.
That's a very very big deal. That is a very very big deal. Yep.
Exactly. So, and when I look at Chioma, because this wedding actually showed me a different side of this girl, honestly speaking. I loved her before. I loved her because she's not the talking type or the social media.
She has not ended up on Edu podcast.
You know, that actually won me over to her before now. But then, with the event of the past couple of weeks, I get to truly see her for who she is. Chioma is not afraid of Davido. Anybody that look that girl very well know. Chioma don't see the Davido who is a billionaire. Chioma see the Davido who is her boyfriend.
From Babcock. Exactly. They went to Babcock together. That's who she. That doesn't mean she doesn't cry. I'm just saying cry is cry. That's a moment of emotional pain, trauma, whatever. But overall, you have to, when you're judging people's life from the outside, think overall. Is it what we see? The same way that in-laws have a hard time forgiving their daughter-in-law or their son-in-law, even though the actual person who was married already forgiven them. It's the same way that the public have a problem forgiving Davido. You're only looking at that one event. She has an overall picture of what it looks like to be married to this man, and that's probably what she's going by.
That's all. So I see that these two, they are meant together, and Davido truly loved these girls. And I was making one reference in the morning before we all went to Auntie B's show. You see, whatever Davido tells Chioma believes him. Whatever he tells Chioma believes him. And while we were talking about all those cheating up and down thing, look, when a girl loves a man and he knows that man deeply, the man feel commit crime. By the time when he come, he get how he go take explain. There is a way he will talk to his woman and say, babe, this is how this thing went down. I did it. Yeah. This is how it happens. And she will believe. Like I said, tomorrow on tomorrow episode, I'm going to talk about my own cheating experience and what happened when my mom asked me. I'll share it on my show tomorrow.
Low battle, everybody come through tomorrow. Uncle Beno is doing a tell-all.
I
Yeah.
just want you guys to know that when you connect with your wife or your husband deeply and
Yes.
you build trust,
It's not gonna be about the quote unquote moral
yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
there's
it's not
gonna
gonna
be
be about that.
mistakes, there's gonna
Yeah.
be issue coming up, but it get how you go explain to your woman.
That's
And
not a guarantee that somebody will forgive you, by the way. There's no
exactly.
guarantee of forgiveness if you get caught with your bola inside somebody's bukus. There's no guarantee. Even if it's
No,
perception, even if it's emotional cheating, there's no guarantee. But we're also telling you that there's no guarantee that your fantasy that everybody will leave just because it's cheating. There's also no guarantee in
no,
that.
no.
That's not how that works. Because there's an overall experience that the person who is actually married to that person is having, and sometimes they will make a net positive decision and say, you know what is best for me to stay here and make sure I work out my marriage. And you don't
Exactly.
get to judge them and decide that for them.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and these are people who stays together for 365 days a year. Now we understand the video travel all over the place, but Chioma get to see him more than anyone else. There are times that
Yes.
the video might be maybe he's in his mansion 2 weeks, not coming out. He's just getting up, go to the studio, do
Uncle
rehearsal,
Beno,
and come back.
if you follow Davido, Davido will go back and forth from Lagos to Atlanta like his water, private jet.
See?
If they call like that, he goes. That's a big deal. If he's on top of Kwekus, if she calls like that, he goes. And you can see how, like you were saying on the show earlier on today, how he flaunts her around too,
Uh-huh.
right? All of that is a big deal in terms of what it does to a person's psyche.
Exactly. Exactly. Did you notice that ever since they lost their baby, may his soul rest in peace, it's like both of them kind of have this connection now. They drag each other wherever they are going.
Yeah.
They drag each other. What else do people want from this girl, for Christ's sake?
They want him to be perfect. That's all we can explain from that. They
Perfect.
want him to be perfect. But
Perfect.
because the only ones that we know is the one that got caught at the end of the day. That's the only one we know. So
A lot of
we
men
don't know.
cheat. That's just the thing. A lot of
No,
these
not men.
women-
No, lot of people cheat. People cheat.
Okay, maybe
Uh-huh.
together.
People cheat, steal, and lie. Get used to it.
Exactly.
Okay, that doesn't mean you should accept nonsense. I'm just saying that
At all.
expectation should be managed. People cheat, steal, and lie, especially when it comes to a matter of survival. They do what they have to do to survive physically, emotionally as well. So that's not encouraging it. It's just to let you know that you also play a part in deciding what you attract, what you want to spend your time in. You play a part in that. It's not your fault, but you can decide that you want to be in it or you don't want to be in it. But I wanted to make this point. I want to reemphasize this point. You as a sister-in-law, this message goes to you. You are an online sister-in-law, I get it, or brother-in-law. You're online in-law. But this is literally what in-laws do. They come and tell you, they confide in you what is happening in the marriage. You have a hard time forgiving that person's spouse. They have forgotten, they've forgiven themselves. They've moved on, but you are stuck there.
This one is common in our community.
It's very common. You are stuck there. They've forgiven themselves, they've moved on, but you are stuck there.
Yeah.
Pay attention to when somebody comes to you and they cry, they want to cry on your shoulder because they're going through something in their relationship. They just want a shoulder to cry on. It's not your space to judge their partner. You're not helping them by judging their partner. You're not judging them by saying he's such a useless guy. Don't say that to your sister who is married to the guy. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Uncle Beno, let me hear your last words, Jare, so that we can.
Oh, Baba. Well, all I can say is that I wish Davido and Chioma happy married life, and I just want all our people to understand that this is their life, it's their choice. They love each other, and I believe they will grow. In one of my analyses, I actually explained that when a man hits 30, 32, his priority will start changing. He will begin to realize that
Yes.
I know the young again.
He's thinking family. Yes.
Yeah, he start cutting down. All his children are growing now, and one good thing he has done so far is been able to manage his money And then he has a brilliant girl like Chioma behind him. So I believe their marriage will work. Bars both could come, but they can figure it out. If Chioma can stay put to this point, come on now. It's a game. She has already won, and they will take it from there. All I see is Chioma's calmness. You see that calmness and that ability, just like what you have been preaching here every time, MOP, that people should learn how to react. That sometimes when you hear something, you have to calm down, take your time,
Process
take
it.
breath, process it. I can see all that in Chioma. You feel me? And for a young girl at her age to have that ability to not say, okay, I'm Gen Z, let me hop on social media and start dragging. They go, they're all right. Seriously.
Yeah.
They'll be all right. And I've seen her. Have you seen the videos where she did twerk? You see her the way she did dance? That's why the video say nothing where she no fit do.
There's nothing where you don't fit do.
She be, you know. There are some girls that they go be like saying they know they talk. And when you see when they do inside house when people know they see them, Chioma don't already show us all. See the dance now, see the classiness, see everything. So I think it's gonna work. Let's just pray for them and wish them good luck. Thank you, man.
That's
of prestige. Thank you to
my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you, brother. All right, talk soon. All right, yeah. All right, that was Uncle Beno. Shout out to Uncle Beno for helping us elevate the conversation. It's always good to have more than one person talking as a conversation on the stage, so I appreciate him. Auntie Miss Uju says, respect is very vital. You should learn to respect her. Good. Let's see. Sesmo says, I totally understand you, sis. As far as me, it wouldn't bother me. It's a part of marriage and we're all grown folks. The elders prayed for them to have children. They went fall from the skies. What do you mean? That's interesting. I missed that part. Let's see here. D-Law says, that's all I was trying to say yesterday. I'm happy for them. Now he needs to show her some respect and keep his bola in his pants. That's what a sister-in-law will say. You and Auntie Uju, that's what sister-in-laws do. They will keep bringing up something that is in their past. That's a bigger lesson here for today. All right? I don't disagree with you guys, by the way. But I'm saying the bigger lesson is when people have decided to do this, there's a good chance they've walked through that process and they moved on. If it was regular life, Davido is a rock star, so that's a whole different conversation entirely if you have to consider that context that is Davido. But if we were actual in-laws, once your sister, your brother says, this is my choices, the only thing that you actually can do is wish them well. That's just the reality. And that goes a long way because sometimes they are also secretly, your sister is also secretly looking for your validation. D-Love. No worry, it's me and you, right? Sometimes your sister is also looking for you to just, they're looking for your approval secretly, but you keep bringing up his bula instead of Kwekus from 6 months ago. She's suffering. She hates hearing that. She knows you're trying to protect her, but she's, it's a very tough thing. If you bring it down to, forget Davido, to like in-law type of situation, you know what I'm trying to say, right? Was I clear on that? I'm dealing with that right now with some of my clients. So that's what I'm trying to say. They're just in-laws that don't know, they mean well, and they're actually hurting their very own, the one that they love. And I have to do extra layers of work in saying, hey, your family means well. You're doing the work, okay? You and your partner, you're doing the work. You have something you're working on. Your partner still cares. They've betrayed you. It's not always cheating, but they've betrayed you somehow, somewhat. But the resentment is there. Maybe they've called you names out of you. They called you out of your names and things like that. And that I have a client dealing with that right now. And and it's hard to kind of let go of that. It's extremely hard to let go of it. So imagine you have a sister or your brother or your mother. These are in-laws who they just want to protect you, and all they're doing is bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up, right? So It's just something to just keep at the back of our mind. I don't disagree with that. That of course, respect is key. If that lady feels disrespected, I would hope that she also gain some, find a way to self-respect. Because if you don't have self-respect, a man might continue to disrespect you, and that's not to victim shame her. It's just the way it works. If you stay there, you're happy with it. I meant they say they won't fall from the sky. They wouldn't fall from the sky. Oh, that they won't fall from the. Okay, I'm still struggling there. Chinye. Dealer says MOP. I don't collect again. Okay, just know Jesus is still watching you. No. You're my sisters. We're here together. We will continue to have the conversation. Respect is key. I agree 100%. Auntie G says I was referring to infidelity only. I wasn't only, just in general. Respect her. Yeah. All right. It was less than the only. So another angle, right? Let me speak to that respecting. The way for a man to respect his lady is to respect himself. If he's struggling with respect for himself, that's going to, that's probably not going to happen. It's hypocrisy. It's a very large conversation. This whole respect thing when it comes to a romantic relationship, it's a large conversation. So I always like to bring it down to, just like the same thing with love, I always like to bring it down to specific. Somebody might say, hey, if you love me, you wouldn't do this. And then they stay in the marriage. I'm like, okay, but you're using the if you love me, you wouldn't do this to hold each other hostage. Let's break it down to specific. What happened? What are we dealing with that made you feel like he doesn't or she doesn't love you? Because it cannot be as simple as that one statement. That's where I'm struggling, but ultimately I agree with you guys. It was less than 6 months ago that we saw him kneeling with in-laws. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we will not finish this conversation today, right? So it was less than 6 months ago that we saw him kneeling with strawberries, short PJs, and begging a side chick for kwekus. It might have happened a while back, but it's fresh to us. These are the issues. Let me give you a story. So I have these things that I post sometimes, like some of our small ads that we use to advertise the books. By the way, you can download the books for free at manofprestige.com. Right? So I have this little poster thing that my assistant sent to me. Sometimes it's way deep in the picture archive of my phone and it's dated old. So when we're trying to pull up, maybe on TikTok or Instagram, we're trying to pull up, it's looking for something within the 24 hours. So now today I figured out how to change the date. I was like, oh, there should be a way to change the date. You just go and change the date on the pictures, right? I'm saying all that to tell you that you don't know what date. You said it yourself, Chinye. Do you know when that video was shot? You have no idea. Do you know if his phone was hacked, kind of like how Tiwa Savage stuff was hacked? We don't know. We don't know what we don't know, right? All we know today is that couples should respect themselves. Absolutely. We agree on that. He smacks her buttocks and boobs in public. I find it disgusting. Miss Uju, that's another story, yo. I don't find that disgusting, though. That was PDA. That's another story. Chinye is going to tell you that I don't mind my buttocks being smacked in public. Chinye, D-Love, you mind? Let me get some real quick consensus there. Do you find that disgusting too? A little PDA smacking buttocks. Not the boobs, but buttocks. The bumps. Okay, so D-Love say, I actually find it cute. Okay, I would hope so. But I guess Missy G is coming from a different place. She finds it disgusting. Me, I smack buttocks. Not boobs, or boobs is a little weird. Did he smack the boobs? That's a little weird. That's like right in front of her chest. But I smack bum in front of everybody. As long as it's my wife. Okay. But shout out to everybody. I appreciate all of you guys for being here, for making it a fun session. Shout out to all 45 watching us. We come here on a regular Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. We do a happy hour here. Sometimes I do 8 p.m. When we have time, I do 5 p.m. Isamor came out of nowhere talking about it's sexy. Talking about is sexy. All right. A little PDA is good. So she doesn't mind a little PDA, but she wants some decency. That's a personal preference. I can respect that. Absolutely. Obviously, I would hope you're with somebody that also understands that. A mind. Sesma say a mind. Time of day. Is it dark? Are you trying to mark territory? Aha. All this context. I'll smack bomb wherever we, as long as you're my wife. That's a lot. She say, I don't mind at all. MOP knows too well. Don't know about boobs though. Yeah, the boobs one is a little weird. I don't know if he did that. That's weird. Because there's a Coco Zaria, the touts of Lagos. Those people that follow MC Oluomo that was smacking the boobs of his wife. That video was going viral earlier on. Was it today or yesterday? That was a little weird. It was like, what is this? He's literally smacking her boobs. Like, all right, that's kind of weirdos. But yeah, I yield today. I'm going to call it a day. I appreciate you guys. It's exactly 10:55. This is supposed to be 2 hours. I was saying for everybody that you might be new here, please hit the subscribe, share. We're having these conversations. We're trying to learn how to navigate life and relationships without getting obsessed with rights and wrongs. All right, we're trying to actually learn it from a place of skills, actually learning the skill set of creating the type of relationship you want. That's key as we continue to navigate, because we'll continue to do kerewa. Okay, we'll continue to do kerewa. So please, let's continue to have this conversation. Invite your friends. Let them know that we have something we call the Prestige family here. We're having this conversation. I am a marriage coach. I am a relationship coach. I do have clients. Shout out to all my clients. By the way, if you're my client, I think you must have received the message earlier on. In case you missed it, we're paying attention to testimonials. So if you want to send us a nice testimonials, it will be completely anonymous because we like to keep you that way. But if you can send that over to me in a private message before the end of the week, that would be very, very nice, because we have lots more work to do. All right. Thank you. Boob smacking is weird, but smacking, absolutely. Jesus Christ. Not to, don't know about the boobs though. Smacking or butt allowed. Is this smacking or spanking? Which one? Okay, I'll leave it alone. All right. Shout out to everybody. Hit the like button on your way out. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. We offer evidence-based relationship and marriage resources and coaching to help you navigate the difficult times.
Don't just wing it. Learn the principles that work.
Download our 2 free books and book your complimentary coaching session now at manofprestige.com.